Hey guys, welcome back to Suburbs of Seattle. I'm your host, Andrey Gulyy. For those of you who don't know yet, I am a licensed agent here in the state of Washington. So feel free to call me at the number below if you're looking to buy or sell a home. But today I wanted to, while I'm out on my evening walk here in Vancouver, Washington, yes, people, there is a Vancouver in Washington, not only in Canada, right? For those of you who don't know. But while I'm out on my evening walk, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Eastern Washington. And we never really talked about Eastern Washington before. I think as far east as I got in my videos was talking about Leavenworth for the most part. But let's say you're trying to move to Washington and you really want kind of a calm type of vibe, being farther away from everybody and just kind of hidden away, right? If you're looking for that, Eastern Washington is the place for you. There's different parts of Eastern Washington. For the most part, Eastern Washington is known for wine country. You have your Yakima area, your Walla Walla area, Tri-Cities. When you're driving out there, there's a ton of wineries. You can stop by, I think most of them open up around 11 a.m. You can stop by, pick up a nice bottle of wine. Really just a great place to be, great place to take a tour. There's a lot of people that do take tours out in the wine country and just stop by different wineries, sample different wines, take a few bottles back home. If you're here and you got a day to spend on just, exploring, I would definitely head out there because there's more to do than just to see wineries. One of the most popular places is Lake Chelan, which I believe I did mention in one of my other videos. It's a massive lake. You have a ton of resorts around it. You have a huge water park. You have camping spots, both for tents and RVs. Lake Chelan is the most popular area to go to during the summer. If you're looking to book anything there, anything remotely close to the water, close to the lake, you gotta try booking at least 6 months in advance. Some places get booked up a year in advance. So you really gotta plan your time going out there. But Lake Chelan is about a 4-hour drive from the Seattle area, and it's a must visit 100%. It's a very touristy place, right? If you're looking for something less touristy, you would visit something like Moses Lake. Moses Lake, according to a 2019 study, had about 23,000 people or so. And Moses Lake is definitely not as popular, and it is a smaller lake. But people do go there, fishing, swimming, jet skiing, boating. There's RV spots there as well. There's tent spots, but it's nowhere near as popular as Lake Chelan. I'll tell you that right away. If you wanted to go out east and visit a few lakes, Lake Chelan should be number one at the top of your list, hands down. Hands down, number one. Now, let's talk about Spokane a little bit, okay? We covered wine country, right? So you have the Yakima area, Walla Walla, right? We covered wine country, we covered Lake Chelan, we covered Moses Lake a little bit. Let's talk about Spokane. Spokane is another major city in Washington that borders Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, you also have a ton of hot spots for vacationing, but we're not here to talk about Idaho. We're here to talk about Eastern Washington. So let's talk about Spokane specifically. Spokane, it's one of those cities that you really drive through. You don't make too many stops there. We do have some friends that live out there, but it's definitely not as popular as Seattle, nowhere near, nowhere close. Most people that live in Spokane, they like it because they're on the border of Coeur d'Alene, and Coeur d'Alene has a ton of resorts, a ton of activities, stuff like that, like we talked about. But I gotta tell you, if you're in Spokane, you have to visit Deer Lake Resort, okay? Deer Lake Resort is a resort of about 200 acres. One of my acquaintances slash buddies, he inherited it from his mother. We actually bumped into him when we went out there. We just kind of stay in touch over the years. But my first visit out there, I've been there quite a few times. My first visit out there was just spectacular. Every visit out there is spectacular. You can, there's a ton of RV spots. There's a ton of tent spots as well. And there's a little store on the grounds as well, where you can buy some popsicles, some fishing gear, whatever. You can rent a fishing boat from them, and go out on Deer Lake Resort. And Deer Lake Resort is just, Deer Lake, excuse me, is just, it's a beautiful lake. It's surrounded by mountains and the forest, of course, and it's just so peaceful. The only word I can think of when I'm out there is just tranquility. Like, shoot, you hop in a boat, you might as well just stay in the water. You won't want to get off. It's so nice and peaceful. People do fishing there. There is a swimming area. There are permanent residents there that share the resort, and the residents, you know, they just live around the lake, but they drive through the resort when they need to get out to town. So there's just a local road that runs, you know, that runs through the resort. But Deer Lake is a must visit as well. I can't wait to go back. I think we're gonna try heading out there in September again, but it's beautiful. Last time we were out there though, a few years back, there were some fires. Eastern Washington does have a few brush fires here and there, and there were some fires heading out, and they knocked out the cell service. It was hazy. First time in my life I was scared of you know, being anywhere close to a fire, really, because it was like everything was hazy. Visibility was probably at like 400, 300 feet on the road. It got to the point where we tried to fill up, and the gas station attendant couldn't take my card because the internet was down, because I guess some of the towers got knocked out or something like that. So I was like, oh man, you know, that's when it's good to have cash. But we made it out alive, as you can see. This is not a pre-recorded video. I did make it out alive, safe and well, and planning to go back there as many times as possible because it's an absolute beautiful place. So I wanted to take these few minutes and share that with you guys. Like I said, if you're looking for the wine section of Washington, head out east to Yakima, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla. That's the place that you need to visit. If you're looking for a few lakes, head out to Lake Chelan, Moses Lake, Deer Lake. Those are amazing. I would say Lake Chelan first, Deer Lake second. Deer Lake, if you don't want anything as busy as Chelan, Deer Lake would be second for that reason. But honestly, they both for me kind of hold that first spot, and Moses Lake would be last, but it's still nice if you want to visit. Anyways, hopefully you guys got some good info out of this video. I'm really looking forward to shooting my next one, and let me know what you guys would like to see and what you would like me to talk about. Thank you so much for your feedback. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, go ahead and give me a call at the number below. Otherwise, I'll check out and see you guys in the next video.